Okay, 1870, good luck. So Poland has done how many? 8,000 games of rapid. Man, the bullet's a lot lower there. Only 60. Oh, he's gone berserk. That was the noise you heard there. Okay, d4. The right move here. How do I want to play this? Let's just develop. Go some sort of London style, maybe. Oh, he might actually want to go g5 there, so I'm going to hold up on e3 in case I want to drop back. I'll probably go this way, but how do we want to do it? Actually, no, I'm going to drop back, maybe queen across at some point. It's probably not the best way to actually play this, but let's get the knight into play. Okay, I'm actually going to go e3 very conservatively. Does it just develop the bishop depending on what my opponent does? Now h3 does kick the bishop, but gives him a target, but at least he has to commit to something. So let's play h3. Might prove to be a mistake given how he's advancing his pawns. Okay, I'm going to play c4. Try and get this knight to a better square, maybe jump across. Let's take. Bishop up there isn't quite a move. So let's move the bishop just so I've got the option for bishop to d3. Okay, he plays forward, so I do have the option still bishop d3. So takes, takes, if takes, takes, that looks perfectly fine to me. I don't see anything better, so that's what I'm going to play. But obviously if he takes, he does attack the queen. So we'll just take back. He dropped the bishop back, okay. How do we do this? I'm going to play queen up. No real plan just yet. This knight's obviously not doing much. Might end up coming around like this, so the knight's no good where it is, so I'm going to drop the knight back here. At least if takes now, I do have the option to take the bishop, because there's no attack on the queen. Okay, I'm going to get castled, stay kingside. I could potentially drop the bishop right back now. I'm just expecting some sort of further attack to come. I could maybe sack a pawn potentially, just to get some material off the board. But I'm kind of liking this move, just so he doesn't have the option to take, and then bring the knight up. Or maybe I do, actually maybe I do a3 to go here should the knight move. Yeah, let's throw a3, and just in case he wants to move the knight, then bishop up might be a move. I'm expecting c5 to come fairly quickly. Just click anywhere and it clears your markings there. Okay, so he's played rook across. I'm looking at bishop back, so he doesn't have the option to take it now. It does kind of box my rook in, but it's going to allow me to bring the knight up. Again, if the knight moves anywhere, I can simply take the bishop. A knight up puts pressure on the pawn. Knight up and knight back, and we really put pressure on. Try and get rid of this knight and this bishop. Oh, he's launched one. Okay. So he's really going for it. So it might actually be sensible to do this, but I'm going to get the knight into play first. So we create a basic threat, but I might go here and sack a pawn just to try and take some of this material away. So he's played rook across. I wonder if queen up's the move now. We hit two of them. So what's wrong with queen up? Knight across. His knight takes a move. I guess he'd have just rook takes. Although here, knight across, I can just drop back, right? I don't see anything wrong with it, actually. I'm going to do that. We hit 2 pawns. I can just drop back, keep pressure here. Or I can just drop all the way back if I need to. Now we threaten knight takes with a discovery on the knight. So he's taken. Now that gives me a chance to bring a pawn across. I'm going to do that. I could develop the bishop. But I'm going to try and push an early pawn. I've got to watch out here if he pushes. My bishop's loose, but his bishop would be loose as well right now. And of course I've got to play the clock. So he has indeed played the knight there. So queen up kind of simplifies a little bit. So I'm still thinking of just queen back here with a view to pawn up at some point. I don't see any reason not to do that. If knight in, I can simply take. Okay, if this pawn moves, both of our bishops are hanging right now. Okay, so he doesn't allow pawn up, so takes. Does get rid of my bishop though, which I don't particularly want to do. I expect this is going to come at some point. Knight down. Oh, then what's wrong with queen across though? Let's play across and hit this pawn. I can still play pawn forward if I want and simplify in the same way. So he's played queen back. So knight up, takes, rook takes, but we get rid of the defending bishop. So I'm looking at rook across now. Again, just gently pressure the pawn. If this... I can't push right now, so that's a bit of a problem, isn't it? I want to play knight back. Just because of this, I've got the option to do this and try and shut the thing down if I can. It feels like I'm getting a little bit of a negative position. I'm not really getting forward at all. Okay, now he's developed the knight. So that feels like I should push, but am I better off just leaving that pawn there? Maybe. Let's play knight across, threaten to come in. I might be better leaving this pawn here so he can't activate the queen. Oh, he's potentially given up that bishop voluntarily. Okay. I'm going to connect my rooks. I think this is still a move. Takes. See, I'm trying to play the clock as much as the position. The knight's dropped back, so now I can go forward. I'm not sure if I gain anything. Maybe just a simple rook across. He's triple defending that while it's only double attacked. So I'll go here. If he pushes, I can take a pawn. Okay, he's pushed 2, so I assume I can just go forward here. Again, if takes, I can take back. So he is now attacking my knight, but again, I don't mind the idea if he takes. I think I'm winning a pawn. So I'm going to take. If I take with a bishop, then I get a tempo attacking the rook. So now I assume I just want to drop straight back where I was. Keep the pressure on here. No. Is this a move? Is this too loose? I think I need to do it. It weakens this whole structure, doesn't it? Oh, hold on. There's a target here. Can I get to it and move like bishop up? Or I can just take here now, can't I? 2 attack, 1 defend. There's a natural pin on the queen, but I think I should just grab the pawn. The king's defences are very weak now, and I've still got my dark squared bishop if I can play, say, c4 bishop up, something like that. I should be fine just because of the clock, if nothing else. But they're never over till they're over amateur games. Just takes one little mistake. Okay. So if takes, and I throw in a check, he's lucky he can defend it. So what about rook up first? No, he's probably fine. But I should be fine just to trade everything off because I'm so far up. He can obviously block here. So now I'm going to trade. He has to go with a king. Now I'm going to drop back. I don't want to completely simplify everything. You've got to play the clock as well as the position. Now let's double up on the pawn. Now maybe f3 to restrict the knight, and then king up. Attacks the rook. Ah, I kind of missed an attack there, didn't I? I might give up the exchange here. Can I safely do that? Can I safely give up the exchange? He's only got 12 seconds, so it shouldn't really matter, but that's a good move. Knight here, so rook here. Rook back. Knight here can jump here, but I don't see anything else you're getting, so I'm just going to drop right the way back here. Okay, he does go there, so we'll attack the knight. Knight there is covered, so let's collect the knight. Okay, that was a good win.